Welcome to Ask the Pro. I'm Chris Dufay, and this is where I'm here to give you what's needed to create the online business, the money, and importantly, the freedom that you want. The Ask the Pro show has been upgraded, and it's also got a new home, which is turningproacademy.com. Now, if you go to turningproacademy.com, all the podcast episodes, video episodes, and in-depth articles are there waiting for you right now. Plus, if you go to turningproacademy.com/start here, then you can get access to the free coaching guides. So if you want to know how to double or triple your clients in just a few weeks, or if you want to know how to start and grow your online business, be sure to go to turningproacademy.com/start here to get access to it now. What is it that you need to be focusing on so you can be signing on new clients consistently without stress? This is what we're covering today. Welcome to the Ask the Pro. I'm Chris Dufay, and this is where I'm going to give you what's needed to create the online business, the money, the freedom, and most importantly, the life that you want. Now, this episode, this is you and me. This is where I'm diving straight into what you need to be doing, and importantly, what you need to stop doing so you can build your fitness business right now. Because I'm getting a flood of messages and emails from coaches who are swamped with trying to do 101 things, but not getting the traction, or even lots of coaches just not knowing what to do to start. So in this episode, I'm going to walk you through the critical steps that you can put into play as of today. But also, to make sure you really get the most out of this, be sure to join the Fitness Business Success Circle. And you can do that just by going to chrisdufay.com/free group. So that's chrisdufey.com/free group. This is where you're going to get in this episode, as it's a first of a series of a step-by-step coaching plan, literally walking you through what you need to do. Now, I want to say a thank you to myself and the team with My Body Blends, because this is really my fitness business that gives me the time, freedom, and ability to do this for you. So you can head over to mybodyblends.com to get the advanced coaching and nutrition, and also the training guides. But also you can get your hands on my favorite, the superfood blend, the chocolate greens that, well, I just love so much. I just wanted to share it with the world because I was just making it for myself to start off with. Now you can get your own. So you can also head over to mybodyblends.com to actually become an ambassador as well, so you get the goodies and for your clients. Now, if you are loving this, then you can share this out and put a huge smile on my dial, because if I read your review out from iTunes, I will be giving you access to the online fitness business blueprint, which is going to save you quite a few $100s. So let's get cracking straight into this, because over the past month and a bit, I've held a few coaching sessions with groups of trainers, and I actually just had a look before of the recording that's just been through multiple hundreds of conversations with trainers and really talking directly about their business in depth. Now, let's say you apply and come on board for a strategy call with me. My biggest focus with this is to understand you, how your business is running, where you want to go, and to piece together the steps from what you need to do right now to get to where you want to go in the fastest and the easiest way. Now, we also need to understand why you haven't already gotten there, and to cover what questions you have if you're confused as to what's actually holding you back. Now, there's also such things that we need to look at, such as what are your bottlenecks? What are the things that are stopping you from breaking through? And I'm going to actually cover a few of those in this episode as well, that are the common ones. So simply, this is so you can immediately be taking the right steps forward, so you're not confused with what you need to be able to do. And that is what this episode is about as well. Because one of the biggest problems I keep hearing is trainers saying that they have a lack of leads. So I ask you right now, do you have a lack of leads? Or it can also go hand in hand with a lack of people watching your videos, reading your blog, hitting your website, yada, 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 all that stuff with social media as well. Now, for example, literally yesterday, I had a call with a trainer in the US and he's been trying to build up his online fitness business for over 2 years. Now, he's got a few clients on, doing a great job to get started, but not enough to quit his face-to-face and also not hitting the income and impact levels that he wants to be doing with his online as well. Now, in the questionnaire you actually fill out before coming onto the call, and what he filled out, he just said, Chris, you need to show me how to get more traffic. And on the call, I was like, look, that's cool. Let's just break a few simple steps down first. So then we quickly chatted about what was going on. And really, it came down to that his YouTube videos are getting a couple of hundred views each, with his Facebook and his Instagram getting views with a couple of thousand followers in those platforms. But clients aren't coming on board. So this is where we can start chunking it down. And this is where I want you to stick with me right here, because this is bloody important. It's not about more traffic that you need. This is not what you need to be focusing on right now. So many trainers get this wrong and spin their wheels, never being able to sign on the amount of new clients that they want for their business to work. And there's one simple answer to this. And this is why you need to be doing the few simple steps to then becomes the foundation to your business, and then literally becomes what will have clients coming to you, streaming through your door each week. So simply put, your offer sucks. Bluntly put, but firstly and most likely, you don't have a great hook. And by hook, I mean a clear and precise message that grabs the throat of your perfect type of clients and gets them interested in and seeing you as the go-to trainer. Let's say, for example, that your niche market is postnatal mothers wanting to lose weight. Well, then you're going to need to have a clear message that when women that have recently had a baby and are wanting to lose weight are going to take notice of you, and you're being able to put that message in front of the right people, because it's pointless if it goes in front of a 20-something dude wanting to get jacked. He ain't going to care about your message. But remember, if they're scrolling through Facebook and a video of you comes up, a headline of a blog post that you've written, even with a picture or even a status that you write, is talking exactly to that, this is going to start getting the right movement happening. But you've got to ask yourself, what about even if you were blessed to have them then click through and land on your website, or even just land and watch your video? Because you've got about 5 seconds to grab their attention and build an amount of interest and intrigue with them knowing that you solve their problems. This is really important. And with the example of the postnatal weight loss, that means that you need to be talking about how you can solve their problems and give them what's needed. This is why you want to stand out by having a strong hook, an offer that is exactly what they want. Now, an example of a bad hook or offer is trying to tell them that you have the experience, or that you really care about them, or that you have a host of important certifications. All of this is rubbish, and it's not going to get you noticed, and it's not going to get you building your business. It's just plain old vanilla. That's just plain old plain. Now, this is where I'm going to give you access to a really important coaching video, because as I was putting together this episode, this came up and I was like, okay, I just have to include this because it goes hand in hand with what's going on. This is what I call the 6-minute exercise. As I know from myself and literally hundreds of other trainers that have gone through this, that the 6 minutes that you can spend following through this video and the exercise that I give you, it is going to lay the groundwork for you being able to separate yourself from your competition. It's going to give you the insights as to what content you can be producing straight away and what you can be doing later on. And it is what you need to craft your important and unique message, your hook, your offer around so that your market does see you as your go-to trainer. Now, I'm going to put this in the website, so it's going to be on christouffet.com, and I'm going to also put it into the Fitness Business Success Circle, that free Facebook group that I mentioned before that you're able to get access to. I'm going to put it in there so it's easy for you to use. Do it. It's literally 6 minutes. My God, it makes such a huge impact. It really does make things so simple. But this is importantly the step we need to take. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in a split with so much more for you. Now, I know you're listening and tuning in because you know how important your health is and how this can also catapult your business. This is why I'm very happy to say that this podcast is sponsored by My Body Blends and my favorite, the Superfood Elixir, the powerful greens drink. Now, this is designed specially to boost energy, aids detoxification, enhances the ability to burn fat, supports healthy carbohydrate metabolism, and best of all, is voted best tasting greens drink. Now, myself and the My Body Blends team are looking for ambassadors to join. So you and your clients get the health benefits plus adding in a strong income stream for you and your business. The ambassador program, which is by application only, means you get exclusive access to sell My Body Blends products like Superfood Elixir to your clients, plus giving you the special ambassador pricing and bonuses. So once you become an ambassador, you can join the other top health and fitness players that are adding thousands to their week's income. Now, there is only a limited number of ambassadors we are taking on board, as this is a tribe leading the way together. So to apply and to join, go to mybodyblends.com/ambassador or add the checkout code that is Turning Pro, all one word, when you're going to get your own Superfood Elixir to order. Plus, you're going to get free shipping and a bonus to save yourself over $250 instantly. So just use that coupon code Turning Pro in the checkout and you can save over $250 right now, all on mybodyblends.com. This is when you need to have a predictable selling system, as you've got to ask yourself, do you have a trusted process so that you can get people from first not knowing you to then liking you and having trust in you, importantly seeing you as the person that is going to give them what they need in a better, different, easier, whatever that your uniqueness way is, compared to all of your competition, and then getting them actually signed on as clients. Because if you don't, and you aren't working on this right now, you've got to ask yourself, are you serious about your business and career? Because this is what separates the boys to the men. This is what separates the people that are constantly stressed, trying to scrounge and chase after clients, to the people that actually have a business that gives them what they needed and they're doing the work that they love. This is what I want for you. If you want that, of course, because if you don't, that's perfectly fine. It's all good. But let's bring this back around to the very first example I gave you. The trainer that wanted more traffic, he wanted more views and more followers. Now, he's already getting a few hundred views, and really anybody is going to be able to get the attention of a few hundred people when starting off. And this is why I actually wanted to use this example, because everybody listening to this is going to be able to put this into play. This is a part of the Fast Start module most trainers walk through when we actually go through the 90-day sprint program, because this is how we can start getting it. Like, be perfectly honest right now, there's two sides of the coin that when most coaches and trainers are stuck and are looking for help, and this could be you, there's two sides of this coin that we actually need to tick. On one side, you're probably wanting fast results. You want to start signing on clients quickly, making profits and seeing business growth. Fantastic. And yes, we can make that happen. But on the other side of the coin, we also want to be creating a business that has longevity, that a business that is going to be running in 3, 5, 10 years' time. It's going to be running without you having to sell your time in it as well. So there's two sides of this coin that we need to tick. And yes, we can both do these, but we need to be able to do it properly as well. And this is where a lot of people get stuck or just get really confused and don't know where to go to from there as well. So going back to the example of what we were talking about, He was already getting a few hundred views. It was all working, but it was actually proving that his initial wave of traffic that you can have getting clients on board is what we're going to be able to do. And this is when you need a predictable selling system. You can turn traffic on like a water hose and scale to a bigger business when using, say, Facebook ads. Facebook ads are pretty amazing, very effective and very cheap when done right. And trainers and myself are being able to drive in leads and have them go into that sales funnel, and then knowing that you're going to be actually signing on clients at the end of each week. That has a return on investment on what's going on, even on an organic basis. So not talking about paid ads. You can be shooting your videos or writing your blog post, recording your podcast, or doing whatever that is that your main content vehicle is that you want to be doing, so that you are building a bigger audience, you are getting more attention, but you are actually having people flood into that funnel, into that process, into that trusted system that is then going to end up with more clients for yourself. So here is the important steps for you to take from today's episode. 1, you need to outline what is the business model that you want to create. What does your business look like? And what are you selling and how are you serving them so that you earn the income that you want, so that you create the impact that you want to create, and so that you are getting the best results for your clients through the way that you want to be working. Now, really importantly, there are 4 parts to what I just said. Firstly, what is the business and how is it set up so that you are earning the money that you want? That's number 1. Number 2 is so that you're creating the impact that you want. Remember, we got into this game because we wanted to transform lives and bodies. We want to do good for the world. So are you creating the impact that you want? Number 3, are you getting your clients the best results possible? And number 4, are you doing it in a way that you want to be doing? Some people want to be on the gym floor coaching. Some people want to be doing it via a membership site, want to be doing it via online coaching. Like, there's a myriad of ways that you can be doing it, but you need to be doing it the way that you want to be doing it. Now, then this is what this episode is all about. Then we need to put together the one thing that is going to have you signing on new clients, and that is, what is your predictable selling system? What is your funnel that you are going to set up? Simply list out what are the simple steps you want someone to take so they are in the position then to sign on as your client. Let me give you right now, I want this to be practical. I want to actually help you, and I want you to put this into play immediately after you listen to this episode. So let me give you 2 examples of how we have coaches and trainers using this right now. Firstly, a super simple funnel. We've got coaches that shoot a video, or let's just make it super simple. They produce some content. They have that content drive into a Facebook group. Then in that Facebook group, they produce some videos. They engage with them. They use it as a petri dish for growing people that truly understand what it is they're about. They see them because they're giving value on a consistent basis and helping them. And then simply they just shoot a video and have a sales page that go to people only in that group, to then having them sign on board their online coaching programs. Steps 1, 2, 3, 4. We just went through it. Super simple. We can take a little bit more automated, more advanced, a little bit more ninja-like if we wanted to after this. And this is something that we can build on top. So this isn't something that you have to start with, but we can take those steps to continually build your business in a way that you want it to grow. So 1, you're producing great content. 2, you've got, say, a free workout lead magnet. You're giving out workouts and someone has to then give you their name and email, so then you can start building a relationship with them, and we do it in a more automated fashion. So you can be doing it with thousands of people at a time. The third step is we actually use a content pitch video. Now, I literally just recorded the new coaching module in this for the Pro Circle this morning. So the content pitch video is something that we're actually putting in between when someone is signing up in a lead magnet into actually when they're getting delivered in their email, so they don't have to go back to their emails. Because look, emails are very important and they're a great way to grow, but we want to be using multiple platforms, multiple methods, so we're not losing out and that you are still being able to maximize what you need to be able to do. The fourth step in this one is you have a follow-up series, further giving them value, giving them what they actually signed up for, and then over-delivering on what they actually need, so really giving them results at the end of the day. Then the fifth step is having a sales series launch, which is just then giving the offer, that right hook, that right offer that we were talking about at the start of this episode, and following up with that, making sure that they understand that it is right for them and how they best get on board as well. Then we all have this all intertwined with the Facebook group and with their Instagram as well. And it's just working. It's like an engine. All the cogs are set in the right place and they work. And it doesn't mean you need to do every single step of it. Now, when I was drawing up the outline for today's episode, I had so much come up from what so many of the trainers have been saying on our calls recently that I really want to turn this into a series. But there's a caveat to this. I'm not just going to spit out a series of these coaching steps. You've got to actually put this into action. I don't want you listening to this and kind of just forgetting about it. This is like practical stuff. I want you to go back through it if need be, take notes, and then follow through with the steps as well. Because if you're not, bugger off. I don't want you listening to this, because if you're not going to get results with this, what's the point of wasting your time? You might as well be watching some cat videos on YouTube. So this is part one of the series. It's going to walk you through and set you up for what you need to be able to do. I've already walked you through the two main things that you need to be able to follow through. So what you need to do is join the Fitness Business Success Circle by going to chrisdufay.com/free group. That's chrisdufey.com/free group. And list out what your uniqueness is, what your hook and your business model, and then that second important step, what is that trusted process of signing on clients? What is your funnel going to look like? Because I'm going to be jumping in the group each day, making sure to answer your questions and help you along as well. And obviously, if you've liked this episode, please leave a review and share it out. Tag the coaches and trainers that you know that will benefit from this, because I know I've screamed through this episode. This has just been, I've capped it under 20 minutes so far. This is good news, because I said 20-minute episode to myself. So I'm nailing it so far. I'm going to thank the coffee that I just had before, this mushroom coffee by Sigmatic, and it's actually really good. I might have another one later because my brain is on fire. So now it's time for you to be on fire. Get on in there. Take action on this stuff. I'm going to follow along. Make sure that you do keep tuning in to put everything into play. And look, at the end of the day, I want you to join the free group, because this is where you're going to be able to ask the questions. You can consume these episodes. You can use these episodes that I've got for you, but you're going to need some tailoring, some personalization, a little bit of TLC. You're going to have some questions. That's what the group's for, and that's where I want to be able to help. And that's where all the other coaches that are crushing it as well, so you can join them. So it's time for you. Get on into it, and thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you plugging me into your ears. It honestly makes my day that I get to hit record here in my office, have so many awesome people, including yourself, soak this in and actually get results from this, because that's what it's all about. So I'm going to keep my word and keep this under 20 minutes long. Thank you so much. Have a ripping day. See you in the next episode. Thank you so much for being here. And if you've liked this episode, please share it out and make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out. Now, to really get the most out of you being here, go to turningproacademy.com/start here. There you can get access to the free coaching guide. So if you want to know how to double or triple your clients in just a few weeks, or if you want to start and grow your online business, be sure to head on over to turningproacademy.com/start here to get free access to it now. And as always, I'm so thankful for you being here, and I'm really looking forward to you joining next week in the new episode.